You there, Mike? Hello? Oh, I can't hear you yet. Sometimes you have to hit the bottom left part of the screen and click a microphone or something. Sometimes there's like multiple microphones that you can choose or something like that. I'm not entirely sure how it works on Android.
All
Hey,
right, can you hear me now?
I can. How you doing, Mike?
All right, good. How are you?
Fantastic,
Guy.
sir.
Well, we finally got it. Now I got a train in the background. Just figures. I was outside because it's very nice out, but can't get everything right. I tell you what. How are you?
Fantastic. How can I help you?
It'll be gone here in a second. What a pain in the butt. Yeah, it's nice out here. Where are you calling from?
Austin, Texas.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's hot down there. I've been there before. Yeah. Have you seen any of them bad storms?
We got a rainstorm, but I'm on high ground, so it
Are you good?
didn't really affect us.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. So how can I help you?
Well, I just had a couple questions about, about these federal projects.
Sure.
Like I said, I've been in construction my whole life. I worked with my dad and uncles in doing custom homes. We did
Hmm.
a lot of, but I went back and I started doing finished basements and room additions, things like that, rehabs on myself. I did that for another, down to 30 years. But I also worked at the state of Ohio. I worked there part time. I'm full time in the mornings and did my construction in the evenings for probably about 10 years or so. But anyhow, um, I've been looking at I've been watching the videos you guys got, and it's somewhere that you can make money by doing, or you like you said, subcontracting out the things. But I didn't know, like, to get to your the class.
Hmm.
Where do you usually hold your classes at?
So in that video I sent you, and I said watch this prior to our Zoom. At the end of that
All right.
video, I talk about how it's all online now. Did you not make it to
Okay.
the end of the video, or was it
I did make
confusing?
it to the end of the videos. I watched both of them. I watched the second one, but you know what? I might not have went all the way. I went to where I know it was over, but I would check out the very backs of them because that online would be great. That'd be great.
Yeah, it's
So
all online now. So what
okay.
happened was in real life, we were doing the workshops live in Austin, Texas, and then the pandemic happened, and I couldn't bring people in the room anymore. I
Yeah.
I had recorded all the workshops that we had ever done from 6 different camera angles. In fact, there's a video that I have that it's called "Inside the Workshop," and it shows clips from the workshop. And it's just like you're sitting in the room. And just like in real life, if somebody raised their hand and asked a question, you can simply hit pause, pick up the phone, and call me.
Sure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well, trying not to have a lot of questions, but I do
Oh, that's
also want to ask
okay. I
you.
told my team when we started GC Experts, I said all I want to do for the rest of my life is answer questions and solve problems related to federal contracts. So
Right.
this all fits within the scope of what I want to do. I get excited. You ask good questions, I'm going to give you great answers.
Right. Well, tell me this though. Is there a place online where you were talking about that can get like everything you need, like where the jobs are going to be located? Somewhere in Columbus, Ohio. Is that a place that does a lot of work through the government? I'm not really sure on that. So
Of course,
again,
I created a system called Bid Tracker.
okay.
Have you not seen the video on that?
So um, I think I have. I've seen 3, 4 videos, maybe probably more.
Yeah, I
But
created a system called Bid Tracker where you click sync, sync,
okay,
sync.
cool.
Yeah.
Yes, I will get into those. But you say Columbus, Ohio, is a place that can get that has jobs for the federal.
Of course.
Okay. Well, I'm just making sure because before I get too much. But I have been unemployed for a little bit. But like I said, I'm ready to do something different. Whoops, sorry. I really am. So this is a great stepping stone. So
Sure.
what I'll do is I can go back and look at everything there. And if I have any questions, I can probably just pretty much text them to you.
Of
And
course.
if you need anything else, that way you can get to them at your own time. But I appreciate you taking a call. Now that I know that it is in Columbus and there's a place I can find everything out, then I should be okay. I
Yeah.
will work on that.
Listen,
So,
before we part here, look, I'm just a guy on the internet, and so take this with a grain of salt.
sure.
But let me ask you a couple of questions. One is, how long did it take you to become proficient at the construction work that you do?
It took some time. I mean, especially transitioning from my uncle to my own, that took a while. But,
Give me a rough time frame.
I'd say before I seen just about everything, probably close to around 10 years.
Okay, so 10 years you put some blood, sweat, and tears into something expecting that you would get a return for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Now, when you're on the phone right now, that you said you were excited to be on a phone call with a guy that's done $1 billion worth of federal government construction. Okay? $1 billion. You're never going to meet another guy, an individual, that's done that kind of volume of work with an entity. You're never just go try and meet somebody that has done $1 billion worth of construction, even out in the real world. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking even half of that would be probably
That's right, and I've done $1 billion. Okay, and you have expressed an interest in going after federal work, either for one of two reasons or maybe some other one. But the primary two reasons would be because either A, you heard from somewhere that, hey, there's money in them there hills, there's money in federal contracts, or you came across, government contracting and you looked into that and maybe somehow that led you into my videos or something else, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, you and I chit-chatted a little bit by text message yesterday, and I said, watch this video prior to your Zoom with me. Because in that video, I teach you how to find, bid, negotiate, and perform federal contracts anywhere, not just in Ohio. Okay?
Right.
And I and in that video, I teach you what your 4 options are. What are your 4 options?
4 options.
That's right.
For the,
When they call you to award you a federal contract,
you can either take it, not take it, put it out for bid. Or, I'm not really sure exactly the 4. Like I said, I've watched them twice, though. I just need to watch them more.
okay. But let me look.
Sure.
I'm never trying to sell anybody anything, and you'll never hear from me. So if you buy now or if you get in by the end, you'll never hear that kind of shit from me. All you'll hear is the blunt truth, because I've been in construction for 30 years and I know that contractors are consistently and constantly getting smoke blown up their ass. Okay? But my point is that it took you put 10 years in expecting a return. But what you didn't do is you went, hell, federal contracts. Let me just get on the phone with this guy and wing it in a conversation, rather than take the time and really study that a guy that's done $1 billion worth of work is trying to educate you, give you free information.
Right.
That's 1 hour, dude.
Yep.
So that tells me you're either not really interested, okay? Because if you were interested, you'd really sit down and put your time into it and learn, try to figure it out on your own, and then get on the phone with me and hit me with the really good questions. Because when somebody educates you, Nobody can ever take that education away from you. And the likelihood that that's going to spawn better questions in your head based on what you've seen is really high.
Well, I like what I've seen. Like I said, my main two were if I had to travel for the class and if there was work around me that I could.
Except that those questions are answered in that video, and not only are they
Because
answered in that video, but I explained to you how you can bid work anywhere across the country at zero risk and then just call subcontractors and have them go do the work. Now, listen, if you go out and give somebody a quote for a kitchen remodel and they sign that quote, what do you now have?
Contract.
That's right. And if you fuck up your bid to them and you lose money on it, that's on you, right?
Correct.
Because they can turn your bid into a contract. But the federal government can't turn your bid into a contract. And that's a major difference that creates that there is zero risk bidding a federal contract. And you would know that if you had watched that video in great detail.
Yeah, I have watched them. I went through back in today, and I rewatched the second one with the gentleman in the green shirt. But I will definitely do much more. Now that I know that they are here close and all this information that you gave me already, I'm going to go ahead and do it all. Go through it all, fine tooth comb, and if I have anything else, I will get with you. But I do appreciate you taking my call and let me know. I've had a rough day today, starting out. Just all kinds of things are going bad, so
okay.
I do appreciate that.
I'm here for you when you need me, Mike.
I do. I appreciate that.
Okay.
And you might hear from me. I'm planning on doing this, so I really am. So I'm going to get my feet wet, start doing all the background, and I will let you know.
All right. Put the time in if you're really interested. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
Bye-bye.